Hello everyone, welcome to On the Beat. I'm David Wilson here with Trevor Hass inside First Niagara Center. Last game of the day just finished up. The earlier one, Syracuse loses to Dayton 55-53. Flyers head to the Sweet 16. Syracuse heads home early, but they had their chances, even in an ugly game. Tyler Ennis has a chance to put them ahead with 11 seconds left, misses a jumper. Dayton has 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Then Tyler Ennis has another chance, misses a 3 at the buzzer, and Syracuse, they won all these close games early in the year, but they go home with a close loss.
Yeah, when he was taking that shot, all I could think about was just Pittsburgh, how he hit that 35-footer a few months ago. But now the season just completely took a bad turn for Syracuse. They started off 25-0, obviously, but then lost 6 of 9 to end the season.
Yeah, they went 3 and 6 down the stretch.
Yeah.
It was actually even a better look than he got in the Pittsburgh game, but it was just a total. This team kind of flirted with disaster all season long, and in the end it was going to be, if any one piece went wrong, it seemed like there wasn't enough to make up for it today. Too many things went wrong. Jeremy Grant didn't even attempt a field goal in the first half. CJ Fair struggled, ended up scoring some points, grabbing some rebounds, but it wasn't a typical day for him. Tyler Ennis 1 of 8 in the first half, even though he finished the game strong. Syracuse goes 0 for 10 from beyond the arc. When you're playing with those many pieces, not clicking, it's tough to win a ball game.
Yeah, exactly. I think you've got to give a lot of credit to Dayton. I mean, obviously they were the big underdog coming in, and they were against Ohio State too, and they proved that their balance was enough to get by Ohio State and then Syracuse tonight. Containing Jeremy Grant that well is just really impressive. He didn't take a shot until the second half, which is remarkable. And Syracuse only had 1 field goal outside of the paint the entire game. That's just pretty astonishing.
It didn't come until midway through the second half. They were total, as Jim Boeheim put it, the only shots they could make were layups, and Dayton did a great job defensively. Every time someone tried to drive to the lane, you think so many times you saw CJ Fair get to the rim, but with a little bit of contact, and it's tough to put a layup in with that much contact.
Yeah. And the mood in the locker room at the end of the game, obviously it's a tough loss for CJ and Bai in particular, but for everyone on the team. What are your thoughts, just on their careers and their legacy here?
They're 2 of the winningest players in Syracuse history. CJ Fair in particular, it's amazing the career he's put together. He's the prototypical 4-year player. You look at a lot of guys, they might end up playing 4 years, but it's because they have some flaw with their game. I think Shabazz Napier, who we just watched absolutely dominate a game, was probably a good enough, he was always a scorer throughout his entire career, but the flaw with him was he was small.
Yep.
And not necessarily pass first point guard. CJ Fair really developed every year. I think I hate to use the cliche, but he's what college basketball is about. He's a throwback player, a throwback to what some of the great players of old are like.
Yeah, you had to feel for him in the locker room. We just had a towel dripped over his head for about 5 minutes. I'm sure some of you will see the scenes, and some of you probably haven't. So, really a devastating just loss for Syracuse. And CJ if I played 4 years of college, I'd be pretty crushed after this, especially considering that they thought they could have made another run in the Final Four.
Yeah, they started off 25-0, and it ends like this. We'll put our final touches on the season over the next couple of days, but for now you can check out all our coverage from this loss at dailyorange.com/sports or follow us on Twitter at DOSports.